Once there was a boy who found a gem of gold, and he wonders what to do with it. He just keeps wondering and does not know what to do.
Ghana is situated in West Africa and was known by its past colonial masters as the Gold Coast. Rich deposits of minerals, including gold and diamonds, have been exploited over centuries. Gold now accounts for the biggest export commodity by value in Ghana, and in some parts of the country, large-scale open-cast mining is carried out by large multinational companies. In the Akim Abuakwa area, the river Brim passes through almost every town and village. This river is at the heart of a special relationship between the people of the area and its mineral wealth.
my pine. You baby. I'm done. Almost what did you go with? The bucket and the grandma, the people are reviewing what the woman often know about.
Hey, now who are the young Saturday? Now, where the music?
Eh,
I don't know.
hey, good.
Ya pila behe.
Hey, that's so.
It's not your dear pal. And put for Papa, and I know one.
Hey, that's so. You couldn't hear me there.
Very rich.
Mood, papa. Na then who? Na then who say we good? Who fire? Well, Yamia bow, a you good. No, and some won't be brave. So good, ye. I'm not a more, but to say, I could call Nenema. A soup. Unmadacon, a we are. And son of Sabacano, tis a chap. Makoko, Muja, and now one Casacra Muja, Eddie Gusso, and son of Offa. Into reading a mere wall, on walk to the Dabantina on Sacandia. When your papa, Tisum, ye. La Facoma papa. Namiabo. Now,
Watch what ye.
listen, Ubuha, Ubako, Ruby de Siaqua. A Jumasi and Yamoyo. I drink, so my drink, and so nam fish. Whom say we say, be not a tree and a pampen. Who know and Kuno? Who go to that until who now say, eh, go into Kunua, who couldn't pay, who should be as until a backwards and be good one, whom a spirit. Until so one from our papa. Now all the show bottom, and I do not die. Two quick, fuck them off. No one in Shiraz now. What is
I'm passionate, no near fire and mount.
when your papa, when ya,
When I'm mere shroud.
and yet, a ready.
Yeah, my can
Now so fuck one. I just say, yeah,
When I buy
a better £2. And we never said 2 million going. Men can you not natural because of papa discarding now. First, see, never papa. Bye bye. Yo, bye bye. Bye.
What you? Wow. Yeah, baby.
I bet you need.
It's going that phone.
This is your baba. Down. Down, bucket.
world is as real as the sun goes from east to west every day. And everything he does, he sees that everything is living. For us, the world is, the whole of life is God. God is dwelling in everything. So everything is living, pulsating the Spirit of God. The African, again, is also losing this close touch with life. He's slowly losing it. He has programmed his mind. His mind is too restless, so that he cannot experience anything now. For the mind to experience anything, it must be like you take a pool of lake, a pool of a swimming pool. So long as the swimming pool is agitated and full of waves, you can't see any reflection in it. So whatever is happening above and around, it will not reflect in that wavy water. But later, that swimming pool becomes calm, cool, serene, becomes like a pool. Then all the things happening above and below, you can see it.
Sika koko. Na unyare.
From
Na bako sense we dia Brim. So the Brim ya. Metu dia adwuma ma. Metu ma nane.
Chajuma Bensa.
Metu dia iche. Metu dia yaso dia. Metu dia ipetia ma. Adwuma bia apeta mpenya ma medu ya ma. Na bako sense tete na ne yempeni futu amna no. Wo be kona e bia we. O tese jata ke tie no ja sika kokokoko. Akoko bata ne ba no di na chi kro o man pam be ju bia ne baba wo ko ho a wo nya wanchi won wo bia ne na we nu de teta wo ho na proper gu for ne mpani for na tase tete no we na ne yedi we iska ne yedi tete ne iska ni ho sana tie so de be mam dia betu de adwuma ma
When I go.
yo bye bye
Bye.
na upe
Yeah.
yo okay.
The result is that when you say anything from the spiritual point of view, they begin to argue with you, oh, that's not in the books. They want to argue with you from the point of books. So you find a sharp division now between the educated elite, the so-called educated elite, and the people in the countryside, because they are living closer and closer to nature. They have a different view to life, and then their life is much different from what we find in the educated areas. The only thing which has happened is that the African, somewhere along the line, is holding tight to his ancient knowledge. I mean, if you go to the countryside. But the depth of that knowledge, the mystical depth, is lost to him.
I met a light about the height of this. So as a security officer, I questioned the light. I thought it was a hunter, and that place is a restricted area. So I questioned, who are you? And I heard no sound. Who are you? The second time, I didn't hear any sound. I questioned the third time and told the light, if you don't respond, I will advise myself. I was armed. There the light shone. And in fact, I became stiff. And now it came to my senses that no, it is not a human being, but I've met something. All these, those at the end I left, they saw it clearly. And from that time, I started praying. Because I realized, no, I have not met a human being, but I've met something. All along, I didn't know anything about gold. So, in my questioning, and at that point, the light dimmed, and I didn't see anything. It left. So, I continued my way to the next bit. When I reached them, they asked me, what sort of light did I meet on the way? And I said, I don't know. I met a light actually, as you are saying. And actually, I don't know the source of light. So I prayed, and in fact, I really knew at a stage that I have met not a human being, but something. And they told me that it is gold. And I said, how gold? So I won't continue to the other side. I am weak. I have to return to where I came from. So I pleaded with them to lead me, and they told me they won't go. When I left them and I was coming, I saw the light at the other direction. This light, that is gold. Okay. Going. God so good, the light didn't, frighten me again on my way until I reached where I left from the beginning. And they asked me, senior sir, when you were going, we were calling you that a light was meeting you, so come back. And we called. You didn't hear. So what happened? And I told them, look, I thought it was a hunter. As I was speaking with them, one of them said, we are in danger. Look, the light is coming to us. And now it was brighter. Coming with a full speed. That was where I collapsed. I didn't know anything again. Not knowing I have collapsed. So I woke up and asked them, why? What is wrong? And they told me, you have collapsed and you are asking. The light was coming on us. What we were discussing was coming on us. And you are asking us what is the matter. You didn't know you have collapsed. They were holding me. One here, one here. I said, I didn't see anything. So we went back to the office and wrote everything that I saw. It was the next morning when I narrated the whole story. Then it was revealed to me that it was gold that I met. But because I didn't have any idea of gold, that is why I collapsed. And they remember a watchman in Novena met the same thing, and he knew about it. So he performed whatever he is supposed to perform, naked himself, threw something on it. And when he went there, he threw the pant on it, he cited some incantations, threw the pant on the thing, and the thing vanished. When he went to pick up the pant that he has threw, he saw that a tortoise a little tortoise in a form of gold was under the pan. He took it, came to the office, and said bye bye.
Na no be jinjin na ya ma yi ma. Ja.
So good afternoon. How do you like? So can we cover? Mom. Mom.
It was in the mid 80s, 1980s, that the then PNDC government liberalized the minerals regime as part of the structural adjustment program. Now, the terms of these concessions, of course, go to the heart of the matter. By and large, they are colonial concessions. So there's very little control by the national economy of the earnings from gold. One. Two, the formula which gives some access to the earnings really guarantees only a very small percentage, primarily through the royalties, okay, that come. And in the mining areas, it really is a kind of frontier culture, very minimum investment by the companies. If you go to Obuasi, which is the kind of jewel in the crown of Anglo Gold Ashanti in this country, it's a wretched place. It's a really wretched place. You go to Takwa, you know, the roads are rutted, you know. It's a town sitting on an environmental crisis. But you see, that phenomenon, it's part of this wider logic that we are experiencing in this country, where the governments have been a lot more concerned with attracting foreign investment than asking the question what the foreign investment will do for the economy. The country's benefit from gold is minimal. And this is a non-renewable resource. We must have policy regime which guarantees that this non-renewable resource actually becomes the basis of some sustainable economic development in this country. In the US, a lot of the earnings from minerals was invested in the local economy. In Ghana, the earnings from mining are exported. In the US, billionaires, millionaires were made from coal, from gold, from all kinds of oil barons and so on. Here, you cannot point to one millionaire family with a traditional wealth based on the country's natural resources. You don't need any more evidence of what we are not getting from it. Because if we're getting something, there'll be wealth which has accumulated, been turned over and invested in, empires built. There are no empires, no Ghanaian empires built on Ghanaian gold.
teaching.
Mmedefa Brim ho ɛne sɛ na obi retuska hɔ pa a amanneɛ ne adeɛ a ɔyɛ na yɛsɛ Brim kɔnfoɔ no a ɔwɔ sɛdeɛ ɔka wo kura akyi nanso ne nsi anam wɔ hɔ na ɔnte kyɛ bia nti na adwene sɛ yɛfɔ bɛkɔ ne yɛba
Bye-bye, Obibini. Bye-bye, Obibini. Bye-bye.
The river Brim passes through almost every town and village. Rich deposits of minerals, including gold and diamonds, have been exploited over centuries. Gold now accounts for the biggest export commodity by value in Ghana. And in some parts of the country, large-scale open-cast mining is carried out by large multinational companies.
Now we have a mission to take, a call to see the beauty of creation and everything that God has given us. We are grateful to Him alone. So we have a mission to take, a call to see the beauty of creation and everything that God has given us. We are grateful to Him alone.